Let me get to our next story, which involves the city of Laval. This is one of those stories where you kind of scratch your head and wonder, A, how did this happen? And B, thank goodness we found out about it. So it turns out that some parents were dropping their kids off at George Vanier High School, right in the Duvernay neighborhood, were doing what they'd been told by the school, which is go to this particular area. It's safe. Drop off your children there, and off you go. In fact, this is what they were told. And then these people found out that months later, they all got parking tickets. So this came up at a city council meeting, I guess, the other day. Stephane, the mayor of Laval, was there, and he is on the line right now. Monsieur Boyer, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Hello, Mr. Rand.
From what I don't mean to make light of this, but from what I understand, this seems like a pretty premeditated effort by the police, who I believe at the time were coming up with some kind of a union issue to get back at the city. Is that fair to say?
Well, hopefully we'll know soon. It's very unusual. Normally, police officers, they give the ticket to the person in their hand or they put it in the windshield. But now what they've done is that the police officers were staying in their cars and putting tickets through their systems, and they send the tickets by mail only several weeks or months after the fact, and they did that several days in a row. So we have people that received all at once 15 or 20 tickets. So this is very unusual. So we've asked an investigation to understand what happened. Were there new agents that didn't do their job properly, or was it a union issue? Because we were this winter negotiating the new convention with the union. So, tensions was high. There were, officers wanting to go on strike. So maybe it was part of that. So we don't know yet. But it's not something that we've seen before. And to me, it's not something that is acceptable either.
So given what, as you pointed out, by the way, I should point out some people received multiple tickets. They didn't get them for months in some cases. And I understand it totals around $12,000 worth of tickets. That surprised people. You don't have the power to simply say you're going to basically cancel the tickets, though.
No, if I had, I would, because I don't think it's a proper way to act. If citizens don't do the right thing, we need to make them aware, not, punish them with 20 tickets all at once. Unfortunately, politicians, not unfortunately, but there's good reasons why politicians, we cannot go in the judicial process. We don't want our politicians to be able to cancel out fines that people receive. Otherwise, it opens the door to corruption and, their friends having benefits. So unfortunately, my hands are tied regarding those contraventions, but I hope that, the judge that will be on the bench judging these things will have judgment and will see it as a whole and not, listen to every citizen one by one. But I think it's not, it's not one person. It's really the whole thing that went wrong. So hopefully the court will be sensible to the situation and what was going on with the union at that time.
In the interim, Mayor, what should citizens do? I mean, will you have to show up in court to fight this ticket? I mean, what's the next step here?
What's important for people, if they have received tickets or if, some people do receive some more in the next few days, is to make sure to contest them. So there's the procedure to follow that is written at the back of the tickets. So when people receive it by mail,
okay,
they need to make sure to contest it. Otherwise, the court will rule people guilty, right away. So it's very important that everybody contest it. And what we do on our hands, even though we can't cancel the tickets, we'll try to sensibilize, the court that there's a bigger picture here than only those individual tickets.
By the way, have you had discussions with the police since the story became public?
Yes, actually, before it went public, I've been aware a few days ago. Some parents told us a few days ago. So right away, we asked the city to make an investigation. So with the direction of the police department, they are looking at it right now.
All right. So in the interim, if you are one of those parents who received the ticket, and I want to point out again, parents thought they were doing nothing wrong. This wasn't about people taking a chance by parking here, right? They had been told by the school, I understand it's in the handbook, this is where you drop off your kids. This is the safe spot to do it. So parents had no idea that they were doing anything wrong, right?
Well, I think what happened is that at the beginning of the year, the school said, told the parents to drop their kids on a specific street. But during the year, people were concerned about the security and the safety of the kids. So there was some changes on the parking, on which side of the street that people were allowed to park. So the signs were changed. But we did tell the school, but it seemed that there was no communication between the school and their parents. So there is some things that's changed during the year. But even though those facts, I mean, to me, it's not acceptable to send 15 tickets all
Sure.
at once. Officers should have been there to advise people, hey, take care. We just signed the post. We just changed the post. Next time, make sure to go on the other side of the street.
Right.
Normally we would have sensibilized people, not find them, at multiple times without telling them they have tickets.
All right. And I will say just what you said again. I think that's important for someone listening. If you got one of those tickets, whatever you do, don't just sit and do nothing. Contest the ticket, file on the back, right, where you have a chance to write, whatever. Contest that ticket, and then hopefully between then and the time this is resolved, a court somewhere will understand what happened and hopefully cancel those tickets, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Mayor, I want to thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
Thanks you. Have a nice day.
You too. Stephane Boyer, the mayor of Laval, for all those parents out there. And I think, did he say how many? Not sure how many tickets there were, but I think the number's in the hundreds that were handed out over that short period of time. So if you are one of those people who got them, contest that ticket, send it in. Because if you sit and do nothing, as he said, they'll assume you're pleading guilty. That's not what you want to have happen.